Hello! Good morning everyone, and maybe good afternoon and good evening wherever you are. My name is Frida Yuan and I'm the head of coffee of Origin Coffee Roasters, and I'm in Porthleven today, which is our roastery HQ at. And Porthleven is in West England. It's right by the coast, as you can see, and our roastery is just actually a few minutes walk away, and I'm going to take you through that. Let's have a look. And you can speed up the video from this bit if you like. Put some hipster music. So this is in the morning right now, and I'm just walking to the roastery. That's a school bus right there. Double deck. It's freezing this morning. I'm gonna give you a full view of this port. How about that in the morning? So beautiful. Oh my god, look at that! I didn't see that. Oh, I love coming here. As long as the weather is nice, it's beautiful. Okay, let's keep going. I think she missed the bus. Just another beautiful view here. Okay, so we are here now in our roastery, and we have our cafe here. We have our roastery production here. Our HQ office is right here. Our technician department is right here. So it is a big warehouse, and I'm going to show you our space. This is our training room for our wholesale and retail customer. And this is our QC room. Good morning. All right, I'm gonna show you our office. All right, into our roastery. I want to give you a little bit of tour before the production started, because it's gonna be really loud and crazy busy, and you probably won't hear me. So we have 3 loarings in total. We have 2 35 kilos and then 1 15 kilos. And we roast all of our feature coffees in this small loring because there's more control for us, and it's smaller batches, so we can taste every batches and then adjust the roast profile accordingly. And for feature coffee, we release weekly, so that means each year we have 52 or more feature coffee releasing, and it's a lot of work but really fun because we all really enjoy trying new different coffee every week. And this 2 loring, we roast our bespoke, our espresso blend, and some of our mainstay filter coffee in these 2 lourings. And as you can see, 3 roasters all have extractions going out from the roastery. It's because we're trying to dilute and neutralize actually all of our roasting aromas. Okay. And that's it for the roastery. This is our packing line here. Jeff doesn't like to be on the video, so I'm gonna do it quickly. So we have 3 packing lines. And it's the most important thing in a roastery because we need to get the coffee out. Warehousing. We just finished our Christmas and New Year's rush, so our shelves are mostly empty, which is a good sign. We can roast more. Dispatch. This is a particular dispatch designed for our web orders. And this is dispatch for all of the wholesale online order with a lot of tea, some chocolate right here, and some coffee equipment. That's it. Okay, so we just had the tour in our roastery, and I hope you all enjoyed it. If you ever come to England, please come visit us. We have sites in London as well, and in West England is our roastery, and it's a very beautiful place in Cornwall, and you won't be disappointed. And so the next $1 million question is, what the heck is this coffee that I submitted to the leaderboard this season? It's a good question. I have no idea either, but I just think this coffee is very, very unique, okay? So this coffee is from Honduras, and it is from a farm called Siguatepeque, which is called Blue Mountain. It is planted in a plot called tuberia. So we call this coffee tuberia. And it is produced by Mir's family. It is a wash process with a interesting variety. So this variety is called Ethiosar, and it is a hybrid of Sudan Rume from Ethiopia, and then Sarashimo. And Sarashimo is a hybrid from Vira Sarachi and Timor variety, and which is a mixed from Robusta and Arabica. What's more interesting, I'm gonna tell you so many interesting things, just bear with me. So what's more interesting is that Mirj family, they're very innovative with their process and also their farming technique. So what they do to the coffee trees when it's really small at the nursery, they basically craft every coffee tree of theirs with Robusta roots and any other Arabica varieties that they have. And so for example, they have a Robusta roots with geisha tree on the top. And for those who doesn't know what does that mean by crafting, it's basically a technique of combining two trees together. So with the Robusta roots, you cut the tree, whatever, the nursery, coffee from the nursery, you have the Robusta roots and then connect it with the Arabica tree. Both trees are very, very, really young in the nursery. And then you wrap around the joints and eventually the scar will heal and then they will become one little tree. And believe it or not, every coffee tree in Mirj families are all crafted this way. And what's furthermore interesting is they use this technique and then their coffee has been so exceptional, they even won the Cup of Excellence Honduras at first place for the geisha. So just saying, it might work. I think it works, apparently. Okay, so let's talk more about how could we identify this coffee. So the answer is we can't identify this coffee, not even me when I first started trying this coffee, because if I've never been told that where is this coffee coming from, it's really hard for me to try to find where is it coming from, right? And I think let's talk about how the sensory sensation process, and then we can come back to where it should come from, okay? So when I first smell the dry coffee ground during cupping, that's how I assess Leaderboard coffee, by the way. I always cup it. When I first cup it, I smell it, and immediately I can smell really nutty and yellow fruit aroma. But when I pour the water in the cup, it smells really fruity and sweet. And when I taste the coffee, the acidity is really high that I actually thought it would be an African coffee. So it's very confusing when you smell is one country and then you taste is another country. And I guess there's no way around it, because if no one ever presents you this coffee before within this variety, you probably would never guess. And the acidity for me in this coffee is really crisp. It's quite full, with sort of like berries acidity to it. And I think what gave away of this coffee was the initial like nutty aroma. Because when I taste the coffee, I always trying to taste it against any other African coffee. Initially, I might associate it with Tanzania and also Burundian coffee, but because of the aroma in the beginning, I realized that, you know, it is actually not an African coffee. So I use the aroma as an indicator that it's a Central and African coffee, and therefore I just trying to find out the process and then the rest. But I understand it's a really hard coffee, and I'm terribly sorry if you haven't get it right. And if you got it right, good job. All right, and I hope you enjoy the video of the tour in the roastery and the coffee itself, and I will see you soon. Bye.